Brand new music from Delta Spirit, their new record, History from Below, and that track is simply titled 9/11. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the 174th episode of Media Monarchy. It's June 18th, 2010, and my name is James Evan Pilato. I'm your host and webmaster of the site and show, MediaMonarchy.com. And we're doing it from home. Portland Radio Authority is under construction, getting the place up to code. So we're doing the show from the home studios of MediaMonarchy.com here in Portland, Oregon. So we are recording in real time. And of course, all the affiliates that play the show will play this show, and I thank and love them all. Of course, Portland Radio Authority, PRAradio.org, ZeroPointRadio.com, RevereRadio.net, FROlympia.org, BerkeleyLiberationRadio.net, OneSkyRadio.com, PhantomRadio.org, CascadiaPublicRadio.org, and Radio23.org. It's all about getting the message and getting the show and getting the open source intelligence and alternative news and information out to as many folks as possible. You can get in touch with me any number of ways, Facebook.com/Media Monarchy, and on and on and on, all with Media Monarchy as your keyword or username, or .com/Media Monarchy. Facebook, MySpace, Twitter, YouTube, Ustream.tv/Media Monarchy, and we are, of course, streaming and recording videos. Some folks say it's hard to figure out where to send an email, but I say it at the top of every show, and now I have written it on the front page, MediaMonarchy@gmail.com. We're also on Skype, Instant Messenger, and of course you can find this and all our shows on iTunes, radioforall.net, archive.org. We have t-shirts on cafepress.com/Media Monarchy. I want to thank my man Dudley in California for the most recent donation to Media Monarchy. The donate button right there on the top right of the page. Your support helps keep independent alternative media going while supplies last. Your $10 donation gets you the DVD from Richard Grove and PeaceRevolution.org, 2020 Hindsight. And one of those will be going out to Dudley in California. You can send media to the Monarchy, P.O. Box 12165, Portland, Oregon 97212. And again, recording from home. You may notice differences. There may be sound levels, but we're trying to produce this show in as real time as possible so that when things happen and we're not able to be live, we can still do it as if we were live. And again, the more we use Ustream.tv, the more this is always going to be kind of a live experience. We'll be able to start to coordinate and try and get folks in so we can even collaborate while we're live, broadcasting, podcasting, all around the world. As we always do, let's glance at the breaking news on this Friday, June 18th morning. Obama marks stimulus plan milestone. And of course, the World Cup rages on, all the bread and circus in the Coliseum of the 21st century to take your mind off of environmental, economic, spiritual, emotional, mental, all the attacks. And again, this is all connected. These stories are all connected. BP strong despite spill setback. The ongoing environmental catastrophes. And what I'll say is that, first, we welcome new and returning listeners. Everyone's welcome. We're nonpartisan here. We do our best to be objective as possible. Both sides completely corrupt. And that's how they keep the game going. They prop each other up. One side's in, the other side's out. One side's asleep, the other side wakes up, and back and forth, and yet the agenda goes forward. The agenda that what we've seen through all our research goes back to those handfuls of names and families and corporations and societies and think tanks and roundtables that for the last several centuries at least have pretty much colluded with one another like gangsters and banksters to buy up all the real wealth and resources of the world and give us all the fake facsimiles, whether that's paper money or all the entertainment, all the shadows cast on the wall, like in Plato's cave. I do this to learn. I ain't the smartest guy in the world. I'll be the first to tell you that. But I've always been good at sifting through a lot of information and being able to remember a lot of information and hopefully do the data mining, do all of this searching and researching and archiving for you on MediaMonarchy.com. And the website is only half and the show is only half. You got to put them together and do more research on your own. Don't take my word for anything. I post up a lot of links, post a lot of stories, and again, always save your stories, save your video, save your audio. Treat the web as if it could be altered massively at any given moment. I guess I still think of it as if when Napster first happened and we all wanted to grab music, I still think of it that way. Not so much in downloading free music. And now, fortunately, a profit business model has kind of emerged. And it makes it even more important, again, to support artists and outlets that you enjoy. Digressing through all of this, I guess what I'm trying to say is, just because it's on the site doesn't mean that I endorse it or believe it. The site is a collection of media and information. And I don't have the time or space to always say, hey, I agree with this, or no, I don't agree with this, but I'm just posting it up for your perusal. I guess all this should go without saying, but every now and then I feel compelled to put it on the record. It's all open source, it's all fair use, it's all public domain as far as I'm concerned. I'm not making any profit off of any of this, and I'm also not stealing anything, bootlegging, copying things. I provide all the links, I provide all the documentation, it's all laid out for you. So having said all that, my friends, there is so much to go over this week on episode 174 of MediaMonarchy.com.